Welcome to ProsperVue for Salesforce. This video is intended to be a quick tour to show the different areas of ProsperVue and what you can do, where you can find things. There is a left panel and bottom panels that contain information about the objects that are set up to show up in ProsperVue. And to toggle this left panel open and closed, you just simply click the icon in the upper corner. The left panel can have a call list. It can also show more detail about a particular record. The bottom panel can be opened and closed by clicking on the tabs. So here we're looking at accounts. You can also see leads. What shows up here depends on what your Salesforce admin set up to give you access to. Here we're showing 2 objects, but you can have up to 5. There could also be contacts and opportunities. There could be custom objects that could show up here as well. The fields that show in the bottom panel and the order in which they appear are also set by your Salesforce admin. So if you would like to see something different here, check with your Salesforce admin. All of this is completely customizable. So to open and close that bottom panel, you simply click on the tab. There's an icon here that's called Top 10. You can use Top 10 when you, for example, perhaps you only want to see the prospects on the map. You click on Top 10 and you can color code all of the pins on the map, and by toggling them on and off, you can choose to see only certain pins on the map. Let's close this and look at what's in the upper right-hand corner over here. This is where you can select which objects you want to see. So say you don't want to see all these leads on the map, you want to see only accounts on the map, you can toggle that on and off. And that's where also you can make tabs disappear at the bottom as well if you want to. This is the left toolbar here. It has a lot of features over here. This is where you can create geofences. You can create a circular radius geofence, a square one, or you can custom draw a geofence. So say we want to draw a geofence roughly around Michigan and select those records. That's what you can do with this icon here. So you simply click on it to toggle it on and off or clear them. The target, if you have it, this again is set by your Salesforce admin. It is where you can add records to it that you selected to a campaign. And again, there are individual videos that will drill into more detail about how to add to campaign. This is intended to be a quick tour. The zoom to area, if you click on that, it will zoom in much closer to an area that you have selected. It's a quick way to zoom in and out. And another way to zoom in and out is by clicking on the bar here. This icon, if you have it, is export to CSV, and this is where you can select records to export. For example, if you're using a software program that's not tightly integrated with Salesforce and you need to import records into it, the export to CSV is useful for that. This is cluster pins. It depends on how you want to use the map. Here, if we want to look at anything in the Chicago area, we have a lot of data there and it's difficult to see right now. So you click on cluster pins and it will cluster all your pins into groups. You can see as you zoom in and out, they redistribute to optimize how that clustering looks. Something else with ProsperVue to show you is there is a radius that is set by your admin. that controls the area for the pins that you see. Right now for me, the radius is set at 500 miles and I'm sitting in the Chicago area. So it's showing data within a 500-mile radius of the Chicago area. If you need to see different data, that's something to talk about with your admin, and they can set that radius differently. You also have actions that you can take that show up here, and they also show up, well, not when we're clustering, but if we uncluster and you mouse over an individual record, you can see those actions also show up there. So you can get directions, you can log an event, such as an appointment. In a single click, you can search for this record on Google. In a single click, you could search for this record on LinkedIn, which does save some time when you're going through a lot of records. You can also log a call. You can see related records if that's set up for your organization. What your admin would need to do is use a common key to link related companies together. So for example, if Anderson Auto Body was a franchise or a subsidiary of a larger organization, related records, if you click that, all the pins would disappear except for the pins of other companies that are related to Anderson Auto Body. And those pins, records would also show up here in the bottom panel. And sometimes they can, if your admin has given you access to a lot of tasks, just simply click to see the rest of them so you can log a task. So that gives you a tour of the major areas that you can use within ProsperVue.